But, right, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Templar Assassin. Yeah, over on the dark side is, you know, it's risky to handle. She can farm a patient, she can go and take a Roshan quickly, so Lemondogs don't want that in the hands of Fata. But recently I've seen Fata playing, yeah, exactly. I've seen him playing more sort of utility tanky heroes that outlast people in team fights. The Razor, you know, your Beastmaster obviously is one of his signature heroes. But banning both of them out, it's gonna be interesting to see what actually 5JuNGz go for here. 0 Malinis. Winter Wyverns to pick up. So they've got some good lane control there, especially early on with your Arctic Burn. And I was talking about this in the game earlier on a little bit as well, how we've seen a bit of a transition away from the regular Winter Wyvern play, which came from really being a top tier pick, was that Scarlet and Naga created this role for themselves through a UI over on AG, where they'd move to mid or move to the off lane and just be that body. They'd go forward and harass out one of the core heroes, or they'd create this kind of vacuum where they'd 1v1 the supports over on the side, and then your hero 1v1s the core hero in the actual creep wave to get them last hits. But now Winter Wyvern we've also seen actually go and stack and pull a lot. Get into your level 3 faster, get the level 2 into your Splinter Blast, because boy, that damage output. It goes through the roof, honestly. Splinter Blast, you know, level 1, a good chunk of damage, 100, but 180 AoE damage. When you throw it out onto a creep wave and there's a couple of heroes nearby, it's crazy strong, with a 7-second cooldown. Couple it up with Arctic Burn, you've got slows for days. 5JuNGz. You're up against a Lion and a Dazzle. You've got aggression, you've got defensiveness, you've got Darkseer who's annoying on lane. Ember Spirit is, you know, kitted out decently to deal with him though. I don't know if you want to actually throw something else up there, because yeah, I feel like Matomo Man can hold his own. So maybe now you look for Mind Control's hero. Could be the Tusk in the off lane, but again, Mind Control shares a fair few heroes with the rest of his team. He plays a Beastmaster, he plays a mean axe, honestly. And then there's Doom. The third hero is going to come to a hero that we haven't seen a ton of until the past, you know, week and a half, 2 weeks or so, when the new patch hit. That Scorched Earth buff, holy crap, just absolutely skyrocketing Doom into popularity. Item builds, though, still up in the air. Phase drums seems to be the way to go, just to get yourself, you know, a bit of tankiness, nice mana pool, get yourself the movement speed flowing as well. But I've seen SNY, Aghanim Scepter, Shiva's Guards, Blinks seem to really be, you know, an important item on Doom to get you that blink and blink Doom. That's the one thing I hate about the hero, is his ultimate is the same as his name. Tiny though for Eskel towards the middle lane. Gonna have that solo mid Tiny. Maybe have the Dazzle there a little bit early on just to give him a bit of an easier time. But they've got some good combos here. Vacuum into Avatos. Right now, all we're really missing is Krilli's hero. I do miss the days of Krilli playing that lone druid, but I think those days are over. I think those days are over. What do we have left for Krilli down on bottom lane, though? Because he does play some, you know, unconventional heroes, but not the same unconventional heroes as we talk about other people playing, you know, like your Artez, your Ace, your people like this, you know, the Wraith King, Slark, Huskar, and stuff like that. Krilli, he still does play a little bit of lone druid. Gyrocopter seems to be up there as well. There's Juggernaut. I mean, anti-mage is going to be very difficult to handle here. Just the fact that you've got Tiny, Darkseer, both very farm-reliant heroes. Doom is going to ruin your anti-mage anyway. So the Slaughter ban, pretty sound. Couples up nicely with your Dazzle. The minus armor there would have been nice to go with. I think they need a ranged hero to actually be in that one role for Krilli. Having too much reliance on the Tiny Darkseer melee combo plus another one, maybe if they get a ton of stuns, but you're looking at Winter Wyvern, Tusk, and Ember Spirit. 3 heroes already that deal very well with melee-heavy lineups.
10 seconds remaining.
And you don't really have too much in the way of setup. Like, Spectre wouldn't be awful, I don't feel. No, does decently against these heroes from 5JuNGz. It's got the pure damage, but oh no. No, I've had this in pubs. Is this the Doom Lich off lane? It's gonna be so annoying. You devour, you sacrifice, you scorched earth, you blast people with your frost. And Lemondogs, the way they've set up, it looks like dual lanes, right? Lion, Dazzle, they're not a traditional tri-lane combination. One of them wants to be stacking, one of them wants to be actually playing aggressively and zoning people out. And Dazzle wants to be reacting. He wants to be TPing to top and mid to try and save Tiny and Darkseer. Maybe look for the counterplays there. So if you do have 5JuNGz running this aggressive dual lane of Doom Lich, you're forcing Lion and Dazzle to both be here with that core hero that I was already struggling to think of a hero that works here for Lemondogs, and this just makes it a million times worse. Like 10 times worse doesn't even cut it. This is being drafted into a corner 101 from 5JuNGz here. They have step by step said, right, this is what we're playing. This is what we're playing. You know what? We're still going to be playing this, and Lemondogs, you would have tried, like, every pick and ban here from Lemondogs has had to try and counteract what 5JuNGz has really laid out for themselves. What did you go for? What do you even go for? Like, we saw Mirana the other day. Mirana's a hero. Oh, it's the Spectre. It just feels like the least worst hero. It honestly is just the least worst hero you can pick here out of the bunch of them. You know, tanky, can offer you aggressive plays, not going to get completely demolished by this. Oh, okay. 5JuNGz changing things up. Unless they swap. Huh. Interesting. My Man's actually picked up the Doom. So they're going to do one roll Doom, Mind Control offlane, Fata mid-Ember.
10 seconds remaining.
I guess they can do Lich Tusk offlane.
5 seconds.
Lich Tusk can dual lane down there. That'll be just annoying, honestly. It's not going to be Doom mid. Please. Please, no Doom mid. Is there something wrong with the Gamma again? It looks okay. Looks okay. Yeah, there's been gremlins in the studio. Things have been touched and fiddled with, and I'm just gonna have to leave it like this because if I touch it anymore, it's gonna break. Jirax left to go and pop the courier. Actually, speedy little Kuroki gets himself over here, obs down, block up the camp. Usually we see this from your offlaners, but yeah, they've actually set themselves up for this. Man Doom in the safe lane. Got Fata, Ember Spirit in mid. So Jirax plus Matu top, then you've got the Lich Tusk offlane, the double ice combo. But how are we looking over on Lemondogs? Skill, mid tiny. He's played this a bunch before, you know, goes around jumping, hopping, skipping, killing with the Blink Avalanche toss build. And then builds into the more traditional right-click carry. Krilly, though, has actually stationed himself up towards this top rune spot. And with Eris Loco heading down towards bot, they're obviously expecting this annoying Lich lane. And they don't want Spectre to lose out too much on this. I should be able to get themselves top bounty rune. But yeah, it's this aggressive tri-lane, aggressive dual lane, because I was talking about how these two supports, they are not a traditional pairing in any kind of tri-lane, aggressive or defensive. So I think Steph style, stack, you pull, you control mid a little bit here up against Fata, try and give Skill a good start. You've got double stuns, you've got Earth Spike, you've got Avalanche. You can do a ton of damage, you've got some lockdown there, you've got hefty punches out from your Tine and your Lion as well. But it does look like he's heading up towards top. So Friggly on the Dazzle, Krilly playing a Spectre. And Steph style Lion. Well, we'll see how this pans out. Meanwhile, in the dire jungle, There are 3 heroes here. There is no one here. This is going to be like the scariest thing in the world for Lemondogs. Like, guys, where are the enemy heroes? They're all in the freaking jungle. So Matu gets himself Alpha Wolf, pulls across, and Kuroki should be able to sacrifice again in a second's time, but Steph Style is made his way over, looking for some kind of hits in there. So Fata against Escal mid, the Ember against Tiny. Hey up, Steph Style. Oh god, is he just dead? The Arctic Burn is doing a ton of damage to him. 2 more clicks, he's gone. Finished off, and over on the side, not going to find anything else. But the Lion, already a first casualty of war, is down in bottom lane, mind control. He's getting pounded a little bit here by the Iron Shell Darkseer. Mind control still getting the last hits in there as well though. 7 and 2. I think this lane is one that the Darkseer wins pretty handedly. Especially once he gets level 2 Iron Shell. You just spam them out, you get your last hits on, shove it into the tower and force mind control to last hit under there. Base damage is okay, but it's not great. He's got his level 2 iron shards. Level 2 ice shards. You should be able to actually control lane equilibrium a little bit better. You know, you can block people, you can block out the creeps, you can do damage back to them. You can really focus down the Iron Shell creeps as well. But lanes. We've switched again. It's Kuroki Matu up at top. So it is the Lich Doom dual lane that I was expecting, just in different hands and on a different lane. Jirax is actually moving back and forth, looking for stacks and pulls and controlling top rune as well. But this aggressive tri-lane, it just doesn't do anything. Krilli's getting some farm, but the Dazzled Lion, they're just standing here waiting for bad shit to happen. I can't take my eye. It's just such a beautiful disaster, honestly. Winter Wyvern going to stand himself over to the side. It's perfectly fine. Farther towards mid, 8 and 2. The Tiny is 16 and 6. So Ember Spirit getting his ass handed to him a little bit here in terms of last hits, but it's to be expected. No, Flame Guard is now up to level 2 with the Searing Chains up as well. Fanta's got a haste, he pops it and now oh god, the Courier, the chains, the Courier flies! Fly, little robot, fly! And now Fanta gave up the kill on the Courier and onto your Tiny. He maybe could have gone for one, but definitely not both. And that Courier upgrade, perfect timing. Skull got to count his lucky stars, he didn't get brought down there. But take a look at this, Kuroki is here. Searing Chains, are you ready? Have you got this? It looks like you do not, because catapults take the magic damage now. Oh, it's so annoying for every hero. Mirana, Ember Spirit, anyone who has like this skill shot or pseudo skill shot where catapults never used to actually get latched onto. Like Shackle Shot. It's both a blessing and a curse for a Wind Ranger, because you can launch it off the shackle, off the catapult, but you can also land it onto the catapult as well. It's so bloody annoying. That could have been a kill. But still, 5JuNGz, they hold themselves 1-0 ahead here, 4 minutes in. How are we looking level-wise? Because I've got a feeling that the Radiant not looking too good with this aggressive tri-lane. In comes Arasloko, though, with a Dazzle here. Matumba, man. You got your Scorched Earth, but are you going to be able to... Yep, he will. He'll be fine. Last threw all of the damage out from the Iron Shell. Meanwhile, though, down towards the bottom. Holy shit, what? The dive to tier 2 down a bot line goes down again. But yeah, they've had to switch up these lanes. Krillin needs farm, so he's down in bottom lane getting his farm on. And Mind Control, he's up to level 4, nearly level 5 actually. Once he hits level 6, he can... I mean, even now he can pile on the pressure, honestly. The level 3 and Ice Shot's coming out now, level 5 Tusk. Spectre's not a tanky woman. Even with Stout Shield and 1 point in Dispersion. A new count here. Kuroki just needs to get up to level 4, then you got the level 2 in the Blast, and just jump yourself forward with Snowball. Well, there's no mana. No mana for the Snowball. And Kuroki, still the level 1 Blast. He's got 2 now, though. And the damage output should be good enough. Back to mid. Fata, are you catching up? It looks like you are. Up there with the net worth of the Tiny. And Eskill's Tiny, do you have stacks for yourself? That's the big question. Small little stacks, nothing too major. But the Blink Dagger has to be that one big key item that comes out very, very quickly. Stun out onto Kuro. The dagger's gonna miss here as Krilly's looking to control up MC, and this Tusk, he looks like he's fine. They don't have the damage out from Frigolite and Step Style to keep mind control on lockdown. I guess they saw Fat coming in from the side as well. He's hit level 6 and he's got a DD rune. Scary Ember Spirit could have come in and cleaned up house. Alright, my Summer Man, what's he build? Oh. Interesting. This is a build I've not seen before on the newer Doom. You know, Phase Boost Drums has kind of been the mainstay of these builds. You know, Sanjin Yashi, your Blinks, your Aghanim Scepter after that. But with Ring of Basilius, like Bassi is no big surprise. Mango, a massive utility for him as well. But Tranquil Boots, like, how much HP regen does he have with Tranquil? 36 plus the was it 13? 12. I'm blind for some reason. 12. I'm looking at a freaking cooldown. That's a lot of regen, as long as he doesn't get hit. I mean, the armor's pretty good as well, because Doom has 0.5 armor at level 1, and he doesn't really scale that well. His agi gain is awful, 0.9. You know, having that bonus armor is always great. Mana regen, good as well. And maybe this is indicative of him just going straight into the Blink. If you can Blink Rush here against Darkseer, Dazzle, jump in and find these primary targets, and really, you just control team fights with that one spell.5JuNGz. Again, nobody's top lane. My top man is just like running himself around everywhere. This does leave them a little bit more open. You know, Kuroki and Yurax can both get themselves a good amount of experience and gold. Get to the level 6s a little bit quicker as well. The Curse and the Chain Frost combo up pretty decently. I guess they can fight relatively early on as well. They've got Tusk snowballing around. Get him some utility as well. You know, get him into the Arcane's mech or something like that. He could even go for the Blink Dagger build if he wants to. Even more initiation. Because they've got Ember Spirit who can jump in with Remnants and Searing Chains. They've long initiation from Winter's Curse range is pretty good as well. Oh dear. Oh dear. What's going on? And then you look at Lemondogs and they've got heroes that kind of want to counter-initiate and react. So if they're the ones that get caught every time, you know, the Dazzle wants to react with a Grave onto someone who gets initiated on, the Darkseer wants to go and vacuum wall and try and counter-initiate with his mech, his blink, his things like that. So, Tiny really is the only hero here that wants to jump forward, avalanche toss, and actively look for kills. Spectre is really a counter-initiator as well. The Haunt is, until you're very far ahead, very rarely used aggressively. You know, sometimes you use it to scout people out, sometimes you use it to get a little bit of vision, but the majority of the time it's like, right, we've started a fight, someone's jumped on us, it's time to Haunt in. Get your ass into this. Mind control, the two supports are right there. He's got his punch, he's going to snowball himself forward, not picking up Kuroki though. And Krilly, okay, pushed back by the shards. And in comes Eris Loco with his Iron Shell. The dagger slows him down. Frigolite, there's no poison touch, but there is a surge of the Step Star. Stunned up. Kuroki's going to be the first casualty here from 5JuNGz, and mind control might even be the second. He's got shards and punch, but he's actually stuck in here. He's got snowball, but where does he go? What's he snowballing onto? A creep? Yep, onto a creep. Into the thick of things. Double Iron Shell should finish him off. 2 for 2. And Krilly gets himself a double kill. So Spectre Off the mark there and gets herself a ton of gold after a pretty horrendous start she had.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Alright, Timberman. 1100 gold. Keep on saving. bo2 Devour as well, just keeps pumping through those creeps. And S-Skill, there we go. Treads it done, and he's building himself up to that Blink Dagger. He needs to get it sooner rather than later, though. And the Spectre does have a decent start with the 2 kills she just got. What are you punching? Micro-Troll's punching creeps. Poor little things. But this isn't the end of things here. Clearly, he's not going to be given free reign to just farm himself through. You know, that little bit of aggression there from 5JuNGz, it got paid for. It got paid for in blood. But they're never going to give this up. They're never going to let Crilly actually just sit and farm somewhere. They've got the mobility, and they're heroes that can just run themselves around the map, TP everywhere. Like Matu right now, he's smoked. Level 7, getting on to level 8. With the Doom. Looking for a target. Radiant Orb's not going to scout anything but Kuroki, actually moving himself back and forth on this lane, and Mind Control pushed up pretty hard into the tier 1. Matu is now a jungle Doom. I'm confused about his role in this game. Oh, smoke didn't come to anything. Maybe he can go and find the Dazzle now. What Timberman, where are you heading off to? He's still waiting for it. They've got this Darob's actually scouting out Frigalite. But Timberman doesn't want to go and force it.
Now rekindled.
Pretty passive here from both teams as S-Skill's getting good time to farm mid. They've got the Winter Wyvern behind Fata there as well. But top lane has been left alone for anyone and their mother just to go up and farm it away. Oh, the jump mid, that's what they're looking for, and they finally found it. In comes the Horde to counter-initiate, the Remnant back, S-Skill graved up, and Timberman, oh god, he's chasing. He's being body blocked and hexed though, and the heal comes out onto the tiniest tiny dead, the deny, not in time! And Matu comes out with a double kill! Drumstick, Tranquil, Scorched Earth, a triple. What? What? He walks into it. But Timberman finally dies as Crilly picks up that one. Where did the Darkseer come from? The Darkseer just walks into it. It's like whoop 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 whoop, and then gets sliced down into the ground. What? Well, Matu. Your Tranquils and your drums. Got him a triple kill. Still. Tiny, didn't get denied, still the grave out and the heal. Managed to keep him alive for long enough that Matu had to dive in for that one. But the fact that Fata stays alive, Winter Wyvern's level 6, 5JuNGz are getting every single tool ready for these skirmishes and team fights. Tier 1 top's gone, Tier 1 mid is going to fall in the next couple of minutes as well. And once they start really taking control of the enemy jungle, Darkseer without a mech becomes less potent, really, than they need him to be. He needs to be that utility synergy hero, running into the middle of fights, setting things up for the Tiny. But if he doesn't have that tankiness, if he doesn't have the levels, more importantly, like level 1 Vacuum does jack all. Oh boy, S-Skill, he's walked into the middle of 3 people here. Tosses Matu back. Splinter Blast will land onto him. Timberman, can you get this kill with the Chain Frost following him? You definitely will. Winter's Curse is good as well as the Doom onto Eris Loco. They're holding down the Dazzle. He can grave, but who does he grave onto? Himself or onto the Darkseer? Looks like he's going to try and hold it onto himself, but the Remnant forward. There we go. Frigalite TP away. Chains will stun you up and stop you from getting away. Right now, Lemondogs, they're just looking, trying to find any weakness in the armor of 5JuNGz. Not the armor of defensiveness, you know, they don't want to go looking for kills. They want a weakness in the armor where Crilly can just go and sit somewhere for 5 minutes and get some free time. everywhere he goes, every lane, 5JuNGz, 30 seconds later, they're actually looking to press, looking to pressure, take tier 1s.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Oh. Eskil. Oh, okay. He's not going to go for his Blink build. Blink is very often an item on Tiny we see where either you're very far behind and you need that mobility to jump from camp to increase your farming speed, and you also want to have the mobility to go and find kills or escape from ganks, things like that. But with the drums, he's... oh god, the snowball, finger of death, picks him up. KuroKy's still alive with the Spectre Horn in. They'll be able to find this kill. Avalanche to secure that as mind control. TP. There's a vacuum. They've got the stuff. The level 1 vacuum coming into play, but Fanta searing chains down onto 2. Still being shredded here by the wall dropped in Matsu. He comes in, one swipe out will finish off the Spectre. As now he has to deal with his own illusion. Eskil, have a toss. Matumbaman stick charges up. One punch is all, but Eskil needs something, anything. The toss will be up in time as well with the Iron Shell following him through. Matumbaman dropping low and it'll be finished off here. Eskil, surely you haven't been slowed down that much, have you? With the drums popped, the Avalanche. Don't miss this. Don't miss this. He misses it, and Eskil gets caught by the Winter's Curse. Matumbaman, how are you surviving? Running through the jungle like Robin frickin' Hood. There we go. The Mud Golem toss. That's what secures it. Seven to 11. Clowny Doom is Clowny. Running through the jungle. 3,700 gold up on him. Hasn't bought a Blink yet. Could be looking towards the Aghanim Scepter. But it's on everybody's mind right now. Is it going to be Radiant's Doom? Are we going to see the relic purchased by Matumbaman? Is that what he's looking for? Steph style? Oh, he's caught in the shards here. And actually, Mind Control wants to go in on this. Even with Steph style having his stuns and disables there. Nope. Eskil and Frigoli are both behind. So it's not going to be worth their while actually jumping forward onto that. Well, Fata gets a bit of free farm time. Spectre does not. Up to 2,700 gold, but he'll still lose 300 of that. Relic getting further and further away. Come on, Matsu. What are you buying? What are you buying? He's... right, there we go. It's pause time. Gotta ask. He's gonna phone a friend. Gotta call his mum. I've got 4,200 gold. What do I buy with it? Buy a full Aghanim Scepter? Can buy a Blink Dagger? Can buy, almost buy 2 Blink Daggers? Oh, Eris Loco. Mech is on its way. Please, yeah. Mech is, wait, that is his, right? Yeah. Mech is well on its way. He's got an added Ring of Regen there. Which is a little bit confusing, but we'll leave it. We'll see what he does with it. Once they have that, they do bolster their teamfight capability by quite a bit. Tiny could still be going into that Blink Dagger after the drums. You know, you get that increased mana pool, the movement speed, attack speed, all great when you're chasing down a Doom who's hasted. But this aggressive play out from Mind Control, KuroKy, and Yerax, they've just been pushing forward everywhere. Winter's Curse, Chain Frost is up. They've got the initiation tool from the Snowball as well, just to run themselves forward. Taking tier 1s is almost impossible for Lemondogs, unless they get like a 5-man team wipe, something along those lines. Kill off 3, 4, 5 heroes, and then push yourselves forward into the tier 1s. But killing Father at top, without Avalanche Toss and Hex Stun from the Tiny and Lion, plus a bit of damage out from the Dazzle Shadow Wave and things like that, it is difficult to kill him. Flame Guard is up, he's got Defensive Remnant, he's got Stick Charges. You need to burn so much killing the Ember Spirit that yes, the kill's going to be worth it in the end, but if you don't get the killing blow, and you expend all that time, effort, and potentially even a smoke, you know, the mana cost, the cooldown, everything going to kill off that Ember Spirit, in that 30-second period of time, and then the extra 30-second period of time you need to regen and reset, 5JuNGz will go and take Roshan. They'll take your tier 1s, they'll take your tier 2s. They'll go and make the most of the rest of the map. Please, Matumba man. Tell me what you are purchasing. It's gonna be something... It's gonna be something dull, right? Like a Vlad's. He's just gonna buy like Vlad's Blink. And that's gonna be it. We won't see a Radiance. Oh my god, I'm getting called an inbred. Because I called Radiance, of course. What are we, let's find out what we're waiting for. Let's post over into the admin chat. And even though Eskil, he's not got himself a huge amount of kills, he has died a couple of times, he's still ahead of the Ember Spirit. And Tiny is a force to be reckoned with throughout the game. Early game, good nuke damage. Mid game, he's got a ton of pounding to give once he gets that tree up as well. And I've got some good combos and sustain to keep him alive. But with the Tiny and Spectre, I feel that the Tiny is mainly here to create space for the Spectre. You go around brawling, you fight as a 4-man squad with everyone but Spectre, and then it's the pretty regular Spectre lineup. You go and fight as 4, you haunt in, and you clear up. Russian internet. Oh boy. Yeah, Bulgarian. But yeah, 5JuNGz have good ways of dealing with this. They've got single target lockdown, AoE lockdown, and I'm in two minds here about Chain Frost against Spectre. When the Haunt comes in, if the team fight is super messy, the Haunt could work against Lemondogs here with the Chain Frost, you know, bouncing back and forth. Obviously, it's tanking some of the damage, but it's giving more targets to bounce to and giving, you know, the kind of opportunity for it to bounce back onto regular, real old heroes. Poor mind control. Radiant Obs. Looking across the river a little bit. Kind of interesting, actually. Like, this observer board here gives Spectre a much easier time to farm top lane. But with the amount of lane swapping that they've done here, Spectre's had like 30 seconds worth of time actually up on that top lane. I think we'll head over into a little break and find out what's going on and when these guys will get themselves back into game. So, we'll have a little bit of a pause. Oh god, we started again. Okay. Let's get us back into the game. Let's get us back into the game. Resume local recording, and now we should be good. In-game sound, hello, please. Why is it not working? Oh my god. What? Oh, it is working. I'm just not a clever man. Broke back. Okay, so mind control cannot reconnect. He's having internet issues / problems with basement children ruining his day. Sending too many packets. So they're going to have to play 4v5. They're going to have to micro mind control. His Tusk is going to have to try and pull out all the stops. I don't know who's controlling him, but yeah. That's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. So Matu did go for the S&Y. Tranquil's Drums, Sanj and Yasha gonna go for more of the right-clicky Doom. Gonna still head himself into, you know, Blinking Dagger, Aghanim Scepter, things like that, but I think an AC here honestly wouldn't go amiss with the fact you've got Ember Spirit on your team as well. The physical damage, the right clicks you can get out from him, pretty potent with an AC on top of everything else. Now, I wish there was a way of telling like who's controlling mind control. I've got a feeling that it is Dirax. Oh, Avalanche Toss with a Weave as well. So it's going to be a lot of chip damage there. Nothing too immense. But Krilly getting closer and closer to that relic. So the Radiance is actually not far away from the Spectre, even with the way that she's been shut down so heavily very early on in this game. Finding a way back into it. Okay. We're all good. We're all good. But yeah, we also did have Fanta drop out a little bit. Frigolite dropped as well. We're just having people quit the game and come back in. It looks like we're okay now though, so... 5JuNGz, mind control, ice shards out there, Shadow Blade. Now that's an interesting one. We've seen this from Era a bit, mainly against Bristleback though, going into Shadow Blade and like a Silver Edge. You obviously are against things like Slight, Flame Guard, Scorched Earth. There's a ton of shit just being spammed at your face. So the defensive maneuvers you can pull off with a blink are just not going to be there really, because there's so much stuff that can cancel it out. So Shadow Blade forces the enemy to go for more dust, more sentries, limit their economy in that regard, and then gives you aggressive options like this onto Fata. Can you get? You can't punch it. You've got the Lion moved forward. And Fata's like, nope, fuck this, I'm out of here. Remnant the heck away. He gets himself back to the safety of his Remnant, and he's got another one behind the tier 1 as well. So Fata into the jungle, farm himself through. Looks like he should be just fine. But here's the 3-man aggressive squad. Down the bottom lane, the Tusk, Wyvern and Lich. The Ice people. It's going to be spamming things out, shoving lanes as hard as it can. It looks like it's Kuroki actually controlling over onto the Tusk. And Dirax, this is Glimmer Cape. He's actually got a ton of farm for this supportment to Wyvern. 4,000 net worth. 3,000 over on the Lich. What has Kuroki picked up? He's going for a Glimmer as well. I mean, there's magic damage galore, honestly. You know, there's Radiance damage, there's the Lion, the Hour Toss from Tiny, there's tons of stuff just being thrown out as well. Oh, Matu, you've got the movement speed, but do you have the ability to catch up onto Frigolite, Doom? You're gonna have to throw it. No grave for you, Mr. Dazzle. And now you're gonna try and wait for the deny. Your teammate's coming in. Aeroslip. Oh no, the mech actually is gonna try and save him. Frigolite still ticking over. Half duration left on this Doom surge. Back to the fountain, quickly. Heal yourself up. He'll be fine. Gets himself to the safety of the well. Fanta and Eskil up at the top. Oh, there's the toss and the avalanche, but only burns through the flame guard. A few punches from Eskil. Oh, look at that. Ember Spirit. You know, your armor's decent, but still. Thwacks out from the Rockman. A little bit too strong for you. Looks like 5JuNGz are just really happy to control the rest of the map, though, even without their 5th player. While Krilly, how close are we? Relic is up on her, so Radiant's not too far away, and then Doom again. Doom just keeps saving up so much money. He gets up to like 4,000 gold. Like, guys, what should I buy? Should I buy something big? I mean, he can buy Radiance now if he wants to. Honestly, just go and get the relic. Just go and get it. It's what we're all waiting for. Buy yourself the juicy Radiance. Fata, Battle Fury. All done and dusted, with a gem over on the Winter Wyvern as well. I mean, it's 21 minutes in with all the jump forward. Eskill's found him, so MaTumaman does die towards the middle lane. He doesn't spend any of his gold. But this is the thing, they've given so much time for Fata to get Battle Fury. They've got themselves two very farmed core heroes, the Ember Spirit and the Doom. Pushing up onto tier 1s, pushing up onto high ground. It's going to be really rough here for Lemondogs up against this Ember Spirit. Unless Krilly can get the job done with this Spectre. Get your Radiance, get into the Manta style, and start looking to hunt down the supports on the back end. Winter Wyvern and Karuki's Lich. They're not tanky fellows. Even with a point booster on your Lich. That's not a Radiance. Bloody hell. I mean, Silver Edge is pretty good against the Spectre and the Tiny, so I can get behind that. I'm not sure if you still go for like, you don't disassemble S and Y, definitely not. You keep S and Y there because Manta style on Doom, kind of meh. I think you just add on the extra stands and go into the Silver Edge if you feel it's necessary. Because there's definitely the fact here that they've got a ton of damage and lockdown that maybe they don't need the Silver Edge to disable dispersion and things like that. Skill. Shadow Blade is going to wear off in about a second's time. Gets the punch out of a toss. There we go with a finger of death. Tusk is down. Got themselves away from here because that gem on Jerax is incredibly important for the rest of the game. Or for the next 5 to 10 minutes, definitely. Controlling the lanes, limiting the Observer Wards and vision out from the Radiant. And this Observer Ward here, watching for sort of entrance towards Roche Pit, but mainly entrance towards their jungle. It does in part counteract this ward, which is about to expire. But this one that Kuroki placed about 5 minutes ago. Incredibly good for watching out for where the Spectre's going. Because you want to be farming by your tier 2s. You want to be hiding yourself down, and if you've got two heroes down at the bot tier 2, you pretty much know who's up at top. And MaTumaman, it's not the Spectre, it's the Tiny that he finds up here with the Doom. Shadow Blade, already used. I should be able to keep Eskil alive, but it's just more time spent where Krilly's scared. The Tiny's not looking for aggressive plays, and they are really bunkered down in their base, not able to do anything. The jump forward is ready here, Fata, Remnant, and there we go into the chains with the slight not landing onto Krilly. Gets stepped on instead. The Lion's down and out with the snowball from mind control, and Frigga Leap being chased by the punch avalanche toss. Eskil finds him with a vacuum back as well. Fata's dead, and Spectre has the Radiance Haunt available as well. Maybe he can look for the counterplay here. Back onto the rest of 5JuNGz. That's still not a Radiance. That's an Aghanim Scepter. And to be fair, if you can Ags Doom up this Darks here. Oh, of course, why? You get the break on the Doom, don't you? Not the break, the mute. Mute break. It is break. Yes, mute is for items. Oh my god. My brain, 1 10-minute pause, my brain just goes to pot. Oh, Spectre, where are you heading off to? Towards middle lane? Yep, you find Matu once again. The sentry's down, but he walks himself out of vision. The Shadow Blade, Sentry, Dagger will follow, and... Is it already hit? He pops the Scorched Earth, and he doesn't really care anymore. Even with the Earth Toss, Eris Loco, the Darkseer bomb lands on his head. There we go. What's the turn like here? Glimmer Cape. I know what's coming. But yeah. Axe upgrade on Doom disables passives. I'm pretty sure I'm not being retarded here. Oh, holding this tier 1's going to be a little bit difficult for 5JuNGz without their Doombringer. Fata is up the top lane, and with no TP, he can't make himself really readily available down here. So Krilly, as well as Eskil, will get themselves a nice little chunk of change. And, oh wow! Eskil, out of nowhere, gets a full Aghanim Scepter pretty much. He's got enough gold for the whole thing to finish.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Mind Control, where are you? Please come back. He's got so much money to spend. Oh, this is where Tiny starts slamming people into the ground. Spectre. Vitality booster, casual for now, just boost up that HP. Still gonna get a little bit of a hit there from MaTumaman. That's Matsu without too much behind him. No real defensive capabilities. And so the rest of his team is moving down to bottom lane. Like, this is constant. They're actually just constantly putting these three heroes down and bot Fata, slight chains, and Remnant over should be okay to jump himself to safety as Matsu was actually closing in on him.
Dead ringers.
But yeah, they keep putting these three heroes down in bottom lane. The Lich, Tusk, and the Winter Wyvern. Just constantly applying pressure down here, making sure that Spectre can't farm here. Matsuma Man goes up top with Fata, as well as mid lane, controlling these two with their cores. So the Spectre is being limited a little bit here, but they're still finding a good spread across in their jungle. Getting a good amount of gold in there as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Wait, where did... I saw... Yeah. A nice little hood. Aris Loco picks himself that one up. Going into the pipe against, you know, Chain Frost, the Flame Guard. There's a ton of magic damage here. Splinter Blast is a pretty hefty one as well, but Roshan already been taken out by 5JuNGz. I'll give that over to my Matsuma Man as well. Now Kuroki, Aghanim Scepter's not too far away. And we're gonna have this double Ags up on online as well. Matsuma Man plus Kuroki. Where's Fata sitting right now? Farming crossing the Ancients. Ultimate Orb, Manta style. No silences, nothing really to dispel yourself out of or dodge. I'm guessing Skadi. Tank yourself up, get the Sleight of Fist slow. Skadi great against Tiny, like one of the best items. Up against the Tiny, you kite him for days, get that slow down onto him. Pretty good against the Spectre as well. These two melee carries, pretty susceptible to just getting slowed down. Over and over. Good micro there on mind control. Hey, click the tower. Get in there. Go on, my son. And trade-off is here though, Eskil. Oh, that tree is pounding away at this tower up at top. So tier 2 for tier 2. As long as 5JuNGz don't actually TP themselves up to defend, they're moving around towards middle lane, but they're going to be scouted out. Let's observe a ward. There's trees blocking though. They see one hero. There we go. 2, 3, 4. Oh, they see the smoke as well. Oh, that timing. The Winter Wyvern goes over the trees and is like, hey guys, there's an obs. Oh, you already smoked far. We kind of messed this one up, didn't we? Spectre still farming. Now farming into the Dire jungle. Eskil gets a free lane mid. Assault Cuirass. Slowly but surely getting into that one. And it almost feels as though this is damage mitigation from 5JuNGz, taking Roshan, giving them some kind of consolidation on their lead, because it's not a massive lead. 5,000 net worth at 29 minutes. From the amount of pressure that they've exerted across the map and actually taking down these tier 1s and tier 2s, you would really expect them to have a much larger lead, but he's really done well to farm himself up. And Steph style, as well as Frigolate, we don't talk about these guys as much. These two supports. Sure enough, Lion he hasn't really been able to shine, he hasn't been able to flourish. The Blink Dagger up on him will be able to jump forward and find a kill on Mind Control, who was just left here. Whoever was meant to be microing Mind Control, yeah, you messed up a little bit. And I'm pretty sure the fact that Jerax is pinging out means that Kuroki was the one in charge. Up at top, we got Fata slammed. There we go with the Avatos. It's not going to be enough just yet with the Remnant back. Matsuma Man turns to fight, but he's hexed up. A Steph style, he's got the stun, as well as a ton of damage output here onto Matsu, but Aris Loco surges back away from this aggressive play. Krilly has gone in though, as a swipe out from Doom finishes off the Spectre, and now he turns and looks for more. The crit and hit. Ember Spirit slides across as well, and Aris Loco, he can't do anything. There's no vac, there's no wall, no pipe, and the rest of his team just evaporated under the damage there from 5JuNGz. I always got to remember as well that Matsu, with this Ags upgrade, you pretty much remove Spectre from the game. Take Spectre out. kite the Tiny a little bit, you know, Winter's Curse up the Doom Spectre, Winter's Curse Tiny, go and chase down the supports, Lion and Dazzle, they're squishy as all hell, take the gem off them. And that's what Ember Spirit's probably going to be looking for here. Try and find him some juicy kills on the supports in the back. There's a DD rune down at the bot spot as well. Picking that up on your Ember Spirit. Absolutely devastating. What's on the old courier? Full Skadi. So Skadi's done for Fata now. Tanks himself up. He's got that kiting capability as well from the slow. And where is he? Mind control. I'll keep my eyes set on you. Best player on the team. Can you use your skills? I think they want to try and find someone and jump them, but take a look up at top. Eskil. Chains held by Fata. But Ember Spirit is just buying time for the rest of his team to take tier 2 and maybe even push it to tier 3 mid. I can't go for tier 2 up at top. Is this really where you want to be high ground pushing? You've got a... Oh yeah, you've got a Remnant here, so Fata can jump in at any moment. He's just controlling out this top wave. Oh, Kuroki did actually finish off Aghanim Scepter. I'm a little bit upset. Goes for the Glimmer Cape, the safer item, obviously. And now the Matuma Man has another 3,400 gold. You know what I want. But we'll see where he goes with it. Eskil has enough money actually to finish off his AC, but at this point in the game, you've really got to be worrying for both teams, definitely. If you lose one team fight, having buyback, if you're defending high ground, if you're defending near your base, very important. Which is why you're seeing 5JuNGz now pressing aggressively to go and try and find a team fight in this section of the map. And it looks like they'll find just that, with Matuma Man running forward. Oh god, he's seen them all. He knows exactly where the Dazzle is. Now does Doom go out to the Spectre first because the Horde comes out? The Lion's actually spotted him out already. Finger of Death not going to do a damn thing. Tickles them a tiny bit. As Eris Loco looks for the back, but Mind Control is the only one caught. Snowball to turn it. And Krilly has been doomed up, but Matuma Man's already on the run out, and they give up the Tusk. It's a sacrifice. Mind Control the Martyr. That smoke, that invis looked pretty damn perfect for 5JuNGz. Coming in from the back, they saw them in a position where maybe they could take a big team fight. But this sentry, this Lion, sees the Doom coming and he's like, no! No! You leave my team alone. And Fata's got to actually be very careful with his movements here on the run, on the Remnant. Guess what? Spectre's farming. It's not Bisa playing the carry, it's Krilly this time. He's definitely getting himself up there though. 13,000 now up on the net worth. The Tiny is racing ahead with the Aghanim Scepter once he picked that up. So his skill, AC fully done. But the Doom and the Ember Spirit, these two heroes which had a great roaring start. Refresher Ags, Doom over on Matuma Man, that could be a game winner. But if Eskil gets caught here, then this could actually turn out pretty badly for them. Fata gets himself running back and forth. Eskil has a toss, but they've still got the Winter's Curse waiting for the perfect timing. There we go. Only catches onto the Tiny, but the Grave's there to save him. Matuma Man, he's held in place, he's stun locked, and now he's going to have the Force Staff away. Not sure who threw that out on him, but Frigolite not changed up. It's only going to be a 1-for-0. They only lose their Tiny. It's not a massive deal. No game losing. But yeah, is it Jerax that has... Yeah, Jerax has the Force Staff, of course he does. This micro. Look at this. Kuroki sacrifices a creep and controls Mind Control at the same time. I'm going to go and brute force this a little bit here. Pushing pretty hard towards the tier 2 top. Last is the last, standing out of tower. And they know that Tiny's dead for another 30 seconds. So they've got time. You don't buy back Tiny for this, definitely. You might be able to force a buyback because Glyph was just used on a tier 2. If you push up onto this tier 3, you know that Tiny's dead for 20. You can force a buyback here because tier 3 is dropping very, very quickly. There's still no walls. There's vacuum. Death Star gets stunned out with the Fata, but Matuma Man, he's on the front lines. He knows he's pretty healthy just to stand up here and take the brunt of the action. And they get a lot of damage done to the tier 3, Fata can now Remnant back, and Tiny's alive. So perfect timing there out from 5JuNGz. They get damage done, and they don't lose anything for it. But the TP's coming down to the tier 1, the Haunt. Spectre jumps to Fata, and finds him some safety up on the top lane.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Is Tusk gonna buy a Radiance, guys? Is this what's happening? Oh, I've got a full refresher orb done for the Doom now. Double Doom. Tiny and Spectre. I'm actually wondering if it's worth even putting it on the Tiny. I put it on Spectre Dazzle, Spectre Darkseer. I think Darkseer and Dazzle are more worthwhile of a Doom than a Tiny. Just because you can Winter's Curse, you can chains, you can slow, you can kite the Tiny, but you can't stop Grave without dooming, right? You've kind of got to get Dazzle in the Winter's Curse as well, or you're going to doom him. That's such an important skill in these team fights as well. They'll jump onto Fata here. Oh god, he's not going to have time. Stunned up. Eskel, the Glimmer Cave's there. Sentry's placed, but Fata still ripped to shreds. Vacuum back. He gets himself out, but Tusk, he'll pay for that with his life as the double frost comes in. Winter's Curse and Chain bouncing back and forth onto Krilly as well, onto Eskel, and then back to the Lion, and Step Style takes a chunk of damage as Krilly. He's got Grave from his teammate available. And he's going to be there to save his life as well. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. Krilly's just trying to chase down Kuroki. Finished off with a right-click attack, and meanwhile on the side, 4 dead here. Lion trying to escape. Blink TP. But he's... Oh, the chain's timing wasn't there. Stepstar gets himself back to base. There's a buyback on the Tiny in the Darkseer. They're forced to use it. Vacuum Wall's still available, obviously. Need to get these spells down and out. But 5JuNGz, they've got no Doom, they've got no Winter's Curse. They do still have a ton of damage though. It's just the sustain, the survivability here, not available. Force buybacks, get yourself away, heal up, go for round 2. Kill Roshan. Accomplish something that isn't too risky. As Fata jumps in, almost back into the middle of the enemy heroes. Oh, Kuro should be able to scout Roshan. Nope. Is this another smoke out from Lemondogs? They're actually just walking out. Darob sees everything coming, but some man's like, yeah, no, this isn't happening. No, I'm not falling for this old chestnut again. Because if Lemondogs do get their combo off well in a team fight, Vacuum Earthspike Avatos, they've got a lot of damage they can actually pump out with the Accept upgraded Tiny. Smoke up here, not spotted though. So 5JuNGz, they saw them actually come out of the base naked. The smoke up, aggressively mind control. He spotted the blink forward, step style. No, you've not found anyone. Your finger of death onto Kuroki as Krilly comes in now looking for mind control. They finish off the Tusk, but the Chain Frost is already thrown. Vacuum Wall's good onto Jirax and Kuro, and the Spectre clears up with the Radiance. But Fata, he's joining the fight now. He's got the chains and the Sleight of Fist, but Matu with no Doom available anymore. Already thrown it out. Not going to be able to accomplish anything in the buyback. Winter Wyvern wants to try and re-enter here with a Winter's Curse.
Thanks so long.
Jirax, don't die. You've got your ulti. Oh, shit! Step style. See ya, buddy. Eskil now in a bit of trouble, Matu. He's got the Scorched Earth and a level death. Quickly turns to get the dagger out to slow him a little bit here. Frigalit and Aris Loco, though. You got TPs. Time to use them. I don't lose anything apart from the line, though, and there we go. There we go, the safe objective. Roshan's up, time to take it. Do you give it to your Doom? Do you give it to your Ember Spirit? I'm not sure. Like, Fata obviously has more damage, but if Matsuma Man gets caught without using his Doom, that is your team fight lost. It's a difficult toss-up, actually. Like, Fata is probably the better one overall to take it. But impact-wise, if Matsuma Man does get killed off in a team fight, you know, it's not highly likely that he does how tanky he is. Oh, he's going to take it anyway. And honestly, I agree with this decision. Like, just for that simple reason. If he dies and doesn't get double Doom off, the fight looks rough already. Super, super rough. So after Roshan, Really knows. Really knows. They've still got the gem now over in the Winter Wyvern. There's a good old deep ward there from the Radiant though. But it doesn't help them when your enemy team is actually rampaging down towards your tier 3. The hordes, they're ready. Matsumba, man. Where on earth are you going? Where on earth are you going?
Radiant's middle tower
TP's
is
top,
under
goes to
attack.
jungle, goes back to lane. The man doesn't know what he wants. Well, mind control is slowly but surely dropping on the net worth board. He's still ahead of the line in the Dazzle though. Who have been in the game for about 25 minutes longer than he has. But he's getting that tick gold, you know, he's only died a couple of times since he's disconnected. I think 3 times. It's that tick gold. Just keeps it coming. And he's not spending any of it. How much is reliable anyway? About half. About half. So now Father, 2800, second aidless maybe, finish off, or trade out your treads for BOTs is a possibility as well, just free up a couple of item slots if you want to. And Kuroki, it's getting dangerously close to Aghanim's time for this Lich. This is game number 1 in the 2-game series. It's 42 minutes in, 18 to 21. That is the score. Lemondogs, they've held their own. Actually managed to stop, and he pushes forward onto this high ground, and with a blink dagger on your darks here, you've got an even better way of actually defending up at these tier 3s. I think they're out of smokes though. You know, they've got no smoke, so they can't actually make any little trips outside of their base to wrap around or loop onto them. And there's really, really good ward coverage out from 5JuNGz. Watching pretty much every single lane aggressively far forward, high up, and really making sure that they know where all of Lemondogs are. Like right now, they're pretty damn sure that Lemondogs are all up here. Father, this is hyper aggressive, and from the back end, Matumman, he's hexed up. He's gonna get stunned and fingered, and Eskel, he's gonna start slicing around, but Aegis of the Immortal is there for Matu. They've got the rest of the team coming in, but the Horde scouts them out, and in comes Phantom. Frigalite graves himself up, and the rest of the team retreats. Double time back to the tier 3. Dazzle loses his life, and there's no buyback on him, so this might just be high ground push time. You've got Double Doom, you've got Winter's Curse. You have literally everything at your disposal to finish this game, except that Aegis, which should get popped. All over on the Radiant, this blink vacuum wall. Eres loco. It's time. It's time. It's getting very close to that point where it's now or never, actually, and the toss forward. Good chip damage there. But 5JuNGz, not actually finishing off this tier 3 just yet. Avalanche out. Dazzle's nearly back up and running as well. This is the second time where 5JuNGz have done good damage to a tier 3 tower, but haven't been able to do anything with it. Like, top tower's healing himself up. Oh, and there we go. Vacuum back into the wall. Now Smoker's doomed up with Winter's Curse and the Chain Frost back onto Steph's. I'll finish him off with Splinter Blast as well. It's just ice spammed everywhere. People are dead and the Spectre's gone. Has buyback available, but Steph's crit into the ground with a Dazzle. Spectre buys back with a Lion. Oh, Father, the damage output you've got on this Ember Spirit is beastly. Really. What are you going to do about it? Your racks are falling. I wonder, can you abuse the salve bug with any of these heroes to heal up your tier 3s? I don't think you can. You need some like point target, like Ogre Bloodlust. You can do it on enemy heroes with mana drain. Hex, Fathic Limit. Skull goes in for a couple of slams. He's actually walking into the middle of this with a snowball shard to trap him in place. Punch up into the air. Skill Glimmer Kid. Top of this got the gem, they've got the reveal, and they've got the damage output as well. Buyback needed from your Tiny. And Glyph has popped to defend the base. 5JuNGz 4v5 are actually winning this game. And now with pretty much no buybacks left over on Lemondogs, what do we actually have? None. No buybacks available. at all. 5JuNGz, they don't want to push it. They've got themselves a good amount of economical damage down onto Lemondogs. They've taken down tier 3. They can go in and take racks now. Naked racks at mid. Melee, you know, heals itself up, obviously, but tier 3 at top. Did take a big chunk of damage as well. And his Star Observer was, honestly, they see everything. Matu. Oh god, he's going for this. He dooms up Eskil, but there's 5 heroes here. The vacuum back, he's still not dead. He pops his BKB, turns to fight, and now in comes Sparta. They've got the chains on 2. Wall is down, but the chain frost bounces back and forth between them both. Krilly dropping low, gets himself away to the haunt, but he does die in the end as Mind Control still alive, being microed through Eskil on that side. There's no gem nearby. He'll run himself back, but Spectre Lion both gone. Once mid-rack's gone.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
And GG's called. And yeah, guys, I know tier 3 doesn't heal. Slip of the tongue. It's Loco. Doesn't die. Game number 1 in this 2-game series. 5JuNGz taking it, even with a player missing. We'll find out what happens next. I don't know if they're going to stand in or if we postpone game number 2. But I'll let you guys know, and we'll be back after a short little break.